Hey everyone, I'm Aaron Brandolino. I'm one of the co-founders of SOURJOE, and I'm here to tell you all about it. I started making sourdough almost a decade ago, and I never took any lessons or classes. I just kinda caught the bug and I couldn't stop. Now, I can't imagine going a week without baking and eating some type of sourdough. But to get to this point, like anyone who picks up a new skill knows, the road is long and paved with failures. As I got the hang of it, I would bring loaves to friends and family, and there was one person who seemed particularly interested. My dad, Joe.
Cheers.
I lent him my copy of Tartine Bread, Chad Robertson and Liz Pruitt's seminal book on sourdough, and since then, his bread book collection has grown exponentially, and I don't think he even goes a week without baking sourdough. He's an engineer by training, which means it took him no time to start logging and tracking every minute detail of every bake with hydration calculators, temperature predictors, and nutritional information, all down to the slice, in an Excel spreadsheet. You see, my dad is, how do I put this? An active practitioner of pragmatism. He still uses it to this day for every bake, and why wouldn't he? It's the perfect baker's tool. You see where I'm going with this? It took us no time to realize how useful this could be for the average home baker. So with a couple adjustments and tweaking and adapting it for the web, here we are, the SOURJOE interactive baker's tool, ready to use, and useful it is. No more trying to turn pictures and words on a page into action or letting online instructional videos outpace you. SOURJOE moves at your pace every step of the way with instructions and videos that play on repeat so you never miss a move. Now when you're done and you're admiring your loaf, you can write a description, rate it, and save it to your bake history so you can go through it again and be like, oh yeah, that one was really good. I'm gonna bake that again and show it off to my friends. And since it's a web app, it's formatted for whatever device you're using. Even if you've never mixed flour and water together in your entire life, instead of going online and finding a video that you have to watch over and over again and keep jumping back, or you find a blog that you finally understand, but then pop-ups keep jumping the page around and you try to follow and you just keep... We have instructional recipes on how to make and maintain your very own starter, turn that into a leaven, and turn that leaven into your very first loaf of sourdough. Now, how much is an artisanal loaf of sourdough if you go down to the bakery? Like $4 or $5? Depending on how complicated it is, it can get up to like $8, and that lasts you a couple days. You can go down to the supermarket and get that plastic bag bread, but I mean, would you be watching this video? And don't get me wrong, you know, what else are you gonna have a bologna sandwich, right? But we're not here to talk about bologna sandwiches. We're here to talk about sourdough. And just like the art of sourdough itself, our work is never done. We're constantly updating and upgrading SOURJOE to give our users the best experience possible, because right from the start, we've been committed to building a tool that's for home bakers by home bakers. Pretty good.